Hi, good morning. So what I have today is the Sensy smart remote. I bought this from Amazon for about 1199. So this is what you get in the box: the device and some leaflet. So basically it's just a device. Um, it's a very small device. It fits in your palm, right? Um, and it comes with battery, two batteries. These are AA batteries. Um, all you have to do is just to switch on the device, and it has a button to switch it on and off. Probably if you want to go out on a long vacation, you could switch it off to save battery. So I've switched it on now, and you can place it anywhere in your room. So it doesn't have to be pointed at the TV or your setup box. One of the features of this device is that it emits the infrared lights from all three sides. So no matter where your TV or setup box is, you know they've got you covered. So this is what you get for 1200 rupees. I think it's a very fair price, because if you go to buy a remote, that would cost you, a decent one would cost you around 250 300. I know. Obviously if you're going for a smart remote or like the Logitech universal remote, it will cost you far more, about 3000 to 6000 range, etc. So compared to that, this is a very good buy. So this comes with the app, the Sensy app, is available on Android. So here you can see I have the app open. So it has multiple tabs. So first tab is the remote tab that you need to go to, and here you need to choose the set-top box. So here I have chosen Airtel DTH, but if you have not set it up, you'll get an option to drop down and choose. You can also control televisions and ACs at this time. They are still adding support for air conditioner, but definitely televisions and a set-top box works like a charm. You can control most of the functions of a TV. It doesn't have all the controls that you see on a typical TV remote, but definitely most of the functions that you need on a day-to-day basis. I don't have an AC to test, but as far as you can tell from the other functions, it should work pretty normal. So once you set up choose your setup box provider and the TV provider, you have to enable Bluetooth so that it can detect the Sensy device. So now you can see that it's able to connect, and the green light is glowing. And come to the channels tab, and it will give you a list of channels for the operator that you have chosen. You can narrow or filter the list by its language for easy access, or you can go to the remote and directly start typing in the channel numbers. For example, 447, right? So it will tell you what channel it is, and it will start switching. So in my case, my television is currently switched off, right? So let's see if we can use the remote to switch it on. So I'm pressing the power on button, and you can see that the device blinked, meaning that it got some signal. And if you come back to the TV, you should see this starting up, right? So it works. One of the best things about this remote is that you can control the TV or device even when you are in another room. So as long as you are able to reach the device via Bluetooth, it works. So that I've used that ability in some cases where I was in a meeting and the TV was too loud and I couldn't come out of the room, but still using the mobile and the app I was able to turn down the volume or switch off the TV from a totally different room. So that does come in handy. So here you can see the television is on. Right now I'll try to switch channels. You also have on the first tab your popular channels or channels chosen based on your favorites. It does give you some suggestions on its own. Also it gives you the trending or the now running programs on the channel, which is most of the time accurate. Sometimes it's not. So here you can see Star Gold. So if you click on that program, it automatically switches you to that channel. Actually, I need to power on my STB first. So now you can see that it has switched on. So I'll mute it for the time being so that it doesn't disturb the video. So here you can see I can switch to this channel. And yeah, so it is switched, right? So I'll try that once again. You can see there might be a very small lag of a second or half a second because it has to go through a Bluetooth and all. But it doesn't matter, because sometimes if I'm using an old remote, then some keys wouldn't work, or you have to point it in the right direction. So it just takes more or less the same amount of time. So one of the other cool features of this app is the ability to control the remote via voice. So if you don't know the channel number, or let's say if you're at a friend's place and not sure what the channel numbers are in another provider, let's say Tata Sky, you don't need to know, unlike when using a normal remote. So you press the icon and say Peppa Pig. Oops. Peppa Pig. Yeah. So as you can see, I asked for a program called Peppa Pig, and the first time it didn't recognize it correctly. It does happen sometimes. It's not the best voice recognition in town, but it does work for the most part. So here you can see that it searched for those programs or titles, and it shows you what the runtimes are, etc. Or let's say English news. So here you can say that did catch it in the first time, and it will give you the list of channels that matches that search. HBO HD. Okay, so it searched HBO, and you can directly click on that or see program information, and here you can see that it has switched to HBO, right? So that's how the voice recognition works. Works most of the time. Sometimes you have to be a little bit patient and say out things clearly, but that is again very, very useful. I don't have to remember all the channel numbers or relearn it when the operator decides to change the numbers. So you can mark these channels as favorites, so that they will optimize the recommendations or things that they show on the first page. So on the first page they typically shows you channels that you most frequently visit, or based on your interest that you mark, you get those recommendations. So it's also very useful in switching channels. You can also get support very quickly right from the app. So you can chat with the support personnel, and that is again useful. And this is where you select your languages and mark your favorite channels, etc. So this is for optimized recommendations or personalization. So that's about it. Overall, I think this is a very good device, money well spent. So if you are trying to make your life easier, or if you never win the fight with your wife for the remote, this is a cool way to win that war. All right, see you next time.